Hello, it's me, Fidiscus here with more mixed base open coverage. This match is between izanagi007 and Einsame. I don't know how to pronounce this name. Einsame is a Chinese player, probably. Their profile's in Chinese, so I'm guessing it's Chinese, but that name seems to be German. I don't know either of those languages. izanagi007, I think is 1100's rating. Very high rated, really. Einsame is only rated 800, but that's because they've not played League games on this account, seemingly. Seems to be mostly like a casual games account, but this is a faster game. We'll take a look at it. So all of this, like, player 1 doesn't have a choice in their first 2 turns. Player 2 does. We talked about this a little bit. So you have the choice of going for the airport or the corresponding city to the FTA counter city. This I don't think I've seen before. This seems really good. Just have a bunch of infantry move towards the second city in the mountain base cap chain. Einsame builds the first tank on the road base. That's to fight the first tank from izanagi007 on the 2 base area. This is kind of a predicament for izanagi007 already. Izanagi sent this tank forward, and now he doesn't have a way to really contest the tank on this neutral city that Izanagi had not captured yet. This tank just isn't capable of doing anything this turn. Like, I mean, what can you say about it? It isn't really protecting this because there's nothing to protect it from. It's protecting like this neutral city. That's it. Izanagi building another tank from the 2 base side. I wonder if he built this really early in the turn, and I truthfully think that the reason why is because he knew that he would need this before anything else to fight this tank off. Kind of picking up the pieces by going for the dock here, but I don't know. Has to retreat off the city next to the 2 base side. Einsame is going to be able to start capping that and protect it, I think, completely. No, not interested in protecting it completely. This is a really good positioning for this tank. I would have never considered this. I don't think we've seen somebody put a tank in this forest here like this. But it covers the airport, it covers the city up here. It can make one attack on to this city at 1412, and it covers the second mountain, the second road base mountain play, this thing here, 0616. Infantry mech. Tank from the offside base. I guess this is to contest this tank here. But like, I don't know, it's really weird. This is usually like defensive. This is a really sensible mech. I think the mechs from this base to work as defensive units are really, really good. They don't have to walk far to be useful against the things that are produced from the road base. The places that vehicles from the road base usually want to go, the mech can get to very, very easily. The thing about good players is that they don't like contesting things like this, where they know that this tank would be able to get the return hit on a tank that they try. Like they can't. A lower rated player than Izanagi would be more inclined to take this tank and swing at this capturing infantry, and in the long run, that's a difficult play to sustain, because it would be counter hit by the tank in this forest here. But I have to ask myself, when will Izanagi be able to take this city back? Is he just happy holding it for like the 3 or 4 turns that he will have held it? If that's the case, then, you know, he can back off and he can just let that be, and maybe that's correct. But I also kind of wonder, like, if you fight over it, you force, you know, value to come out of this side, even if you end up. It's kind of what the last replay. That's kind of what Shecky did. Is that it seems like Shecky was willing to make those sorts of exchanges and ended up coming out on top in the end, just by winning in other parts of the board by making kind of questionable plays like that over time. I don't know. Maybe I'm too hopeful. Maybe I am just naively amused by, haha, the units hit one another, and the conservative play of just backing off is correct. But it's at least interesting to entertain. This is a really scary situation for Einsame. These tanks and battlecopter, they can maybe force, if they can, they're just forcing Einsame to spend a lot of money on whatever he produces from this base next turn. If it's not able to survive, then this base will get covered, and that's tremendous. Okay, this will work. This will work. This is a super good wall. This is crazy good. These 2 mountains make these 3 units here just almost impenetrable. It's almost impenetrable, but like, I don't know. It's, you know, there's like a like I can kind of see a way where Izanagi would be able to. We'll see what happens, and then I'll talk about what I think later. It's day 8 on. It's day 9 on Izanagi's turn. We'll see what Izanagi does. Okay. Okay. That's interesting. So I thought that it would be perhaps better to have just walled up here, but to put this tank here on this forest instead. But maybe that's not as important as getting the first strike on this. I think the thing that makes this really, really bad is this battlecopter. Able to hit this battlecopter now. That's catastrophic. Why did Izanagi not build something from here? What did he build that was so important? The only thing that's on bases is this battlecopter and this tank. Oh, he's got a battlecopter down here. What was that? That's tragic. That's actually what cost. Okay, that's just extremely costly. This is devastating. And a medium tank from that base. Oh my god. Einstein realized that he was in like a good position and just asked. He just built the most devastating thing that he can imagine. It's like, what's the? I don't need that many units. Like I don't need. All of my needs are met. What can I use to just flex? And the medium tank is it. Next turn, Einsame just builds like a couple of anti-airs and yeah, he's captured this base. Here's one anti-air. Then a second anti-air at the bottom. Yep. And izanagi007 resigns. Understandably so. All of the value that Izanagi has on the board is going to just immediately dissipate. Like, there's nowhere that this battlecopter can go effectively. Maybe in the center somewhere, but that's just kind of delaying it by a single turn. It can't affect this medium tank at all this turn because the anti-air that was just built. The play that Izanagi made on the road base of Einsame just didn't work out. Conversely, Izanagi left his road base undefended. Einsame was able to cap it basically uncontested. So there's a base disadvantage here. This is a very, very significant part of Izanagi's net worth. Almost a fifth of it. So, I mean, this is 5 units worth of value, basically, in the Izanagi007 army. So, taking it, like, there's no way for it to escape at all. It's completely dead. With his anti-air right there. I don't blame Izanagi for giving this one up. It just seems like a miscalculation or a misplay in this top sector, and leaving this undefended. Just, way too costly. Einsame was well played. There's just no doubt about it. I don't know if Izanagi I don't know what happened, but crazy. These games be like that. That moving the tank over here was also a kind of significant issue, that Izanagi wasn't able to get funds. Having 1,000 more funds to build like an infantry out of this road base would have been phenomenally useful. But quick game, and decisive too. I mean, it doesn't, I don't blame Izanagi007 for resigning at all. That makes total sense. Hopefully they'll be able to bring it back next round. I'm looking forward to seeing how Einsame does. Not someone that I had on my radar at all, but it's really deceptive to have like 160 games played and no league games be just 800 basic rating, not have any kind of record for that. It's very hard to see how someone like that will do, but well played. Look forward to the rest of the games. All the news I got out in the last video, so go check out the last couple of minutes of that if you don't know what's going on. Other than that, I'll see you guys next time in the coverage of the Mixed Base Open. Good luck.